It's not about Leo. It's about Grace. She's my only child, Sarah. I can't stand the thought of her making the same mistakes I did. But Grace isn't you, Evelyn. And Leo isn't Daniel. You don't understand, Sarah. You don't know what it's like to see your child fall for someone who could break them. You're right, I don't know your exact pain. But I do know what it's like to want the best for your child. And I know that holding on to the past only creates walls that don't need to exist. It's not that simple. No, it's not. But what if we let go of our fears and just tried? Tried what? Tried to trust them. To trust that we've raised them well enough to make good choices. You really think Leo is good enough for Grace? I don't just think it, I know it. I've seen the way he looks at her, how he treats her, and how he respects her. Evelyn, he loves her deeply. Love isn't always enough. Sometimes it is. And sometimes, love grows stronger when we give it a chance. It's just hard for me to let go of my fears. Out and placing a hand on Evelyn's, I understand that. But you're not alone in this. We can figure it out together, for Grace and Leo. Do you really think this can work? I do. But it starts with us, Evelyn. We have to set the example. Maybe you're right.
Mom, I need to know the truth. Why do you hate Leo so much? What is it about him that makes you so angry?
It's not about him, Grace. It's about you, about the mistakes I don't want you to repeat.
Mistakes? What mistakes, Mom? You keep saying you're protecting me, but from what?
You wouldn't understand.
Then help me understand. Please, Mom. Mom, I love you. But if you don't tell me the truth, we'll never be able to fix this.
Fine. You want to know why I've been so hard on you and Leo? It's because of your father.
Dad, what does this have to do with him?
Your father wasn't the man you think he was, Grace. I was young and naive, just like you. I trusted someone who said all the right things, but in the end, he destroyed everything.
But Dad, he always seemed so loving.
He was, until he wasn't. I gave him my heart, and he shattered it. That's why I've been so hard on you, Grace. I don't want you to go through what I did.
But Leo isn't Dad, Mom. He's nothing like him.
That's what I thought about your father, too.
My mom told me about my dad, about how he broke her trust.
Grace, I'm so sorry. That must have been hard to hear.
It was. But it makes sense now, why she's so afraid of me getting hurt.
Do you think she'll ever believe that I'm not like him?
I don't know, Leo. But I believe in you, and that's enough for me.
Her mom doesn't hate me, she's just terrified I'll hurt Grace the way her dad hurt her. It makes sense now. Evelyn's fear is coming from a place of pain. That means there's hope, Leo. She may not trust you now, but if you keep showing her the kind of man you are, she might come around. I'm not giving up. I love Grace too much to walk away.
I understand why you're scared. I do. But you can't keep punishing me for Dad's mistakes.
I'm not punishing you.
Yes, you are. By not trusting me to make my own decisions. By not giving Leo a chance.
You don't understand what it's like to have your heart broken like that.
Maybe not. But I know that holding on to the past is only hurting us now.
Grace told me everything. Her dad betrayed her mom, gambled away their money and broke her trust. That's why she's so afraid for Grace.
I had no idea Evelyn had been through so much. It explains why she's acting the way she is. Pain like that can haunt a person for a lifetime. Then maybe it's time someone reminded Evelyn that the past doesn't have to define the future. What do you mean, Mom? I'm going to talk to her. Mother to mother. Are you sure that's a good idea? She might not listen. She might not, but it's worth trying. Evelyn needs to hear this, not for us, but for her own peace of mind. What are you doing here? I came to talk, Evelyn. I heard about what you went through, and I think we need to have this conversation. There is nothing to talk about. Yes, there is. Your past, what Daniel did to you, it's still controlling you, Evelyn. Don't you dare talk about my past like you understand it. You have no idea what I went through. You're right. I don't. But I do know what it's like to love a child so much that you are willing to fight the whole world for them. And sometimes, in trying to protect them, we end up holding them back. Evelyn, Leo is not Daniel. He's not perfect, but he's a good man. He loves Grace with all his heart, and I know he would never hurt her. That's what I thought about Daniel, too. Then don't punish Grace for your husband's mistakes. Don't make her live in your fear. You think it's that easy. Just forgetting the past. No. But forgiving the past and focusing on the future is what will set you free. I just don't want Grace to suffer like I did. Then trust her. Trust that you've raised a strong, smart daughter who can choose what's best for her. It's time to let go, Evelyn. For Grace. And for yourself.
Mom, is everything okay?
Mrs. Sarah came to see me today.
She did? What did she say?
She told me that I need to let go of the past. That I'm letting my fear ruin what you have with Leo.
And what do you think?
I don't know yet, Grace. But for the first time, I'm starting to question whether I've been wrong.
So, how did it go? Did she listen?
I think I planted a seed, Leo. She's hurting, but I saw something change in her eyes.
Do you think she'll accept us?
It'll take time. Be patient. Love and understanding heal wounds, even the deepest ones.
My mom told me about Sarah's visit.
Really? How did she take it?
She's still unsure, but I think something's changing in her.
Then we'll keep holding on, Grace. We've come this far.
And we'll face whatever comes next, together.
I did everything to protect you, Grace. I don't want you to suffer like I did. Maybe I can try.
Don't forget to like, subscribe and comment. Come back for next episode.
What?